Everybody, I have a memory planner spread to share with you for today. I am working with the Wild Whisper Chaos and Love collection, as well as a whole host of stamp sets from the shop. I am also going to be working with some Catherine Pooler inks to go with the Chaos and Love collection and with my stamps. As you can see here, I am using up lots of my Chaos and Love scrap products. I'm going to start my spread today by using the Riverbed stamp set, and I'm going to create a little bit of pattern paper. I don't need a full 6x6 sheet because I'm going to be using these to punch. I think they're like 2x3 squares, rectangles or thereabout. So I don't need the whole paper. I just need some of this paper to have this pretty design. And I'm going to stamp this using eucalyptus ink from Catherine Pooler. So let's talk about my memory planner. Where am I? What's going on with it? Starting the beginning of July last year, I had been using my Cocoa Daisy kits throughout my memory planner. And my plan had been to continue 2022 with all the Cocoa Daisy kits. Well, when July hit, I didn't like my kit. It didn't in any way, shape, or form represent me, my family, my style, nothing. It wasn't awful. It was beautiful, but it just wasn't something I wanted to put in my memory planner. So I skipped July. And then I started my 2023 memory planner, and I'm keeping up with that one. Great job, no problem, but I still have these weeks in my 2022 one from July that need to be finished. I don't want to leave these pictures and these pages and these weeks undocumented, so I had a good long heart-to-heart with myself and decided I'm just going to do these weeks in whatever I feel like I want to do them in. And for this first week in July, that is my Wild Whisper Chaos and Love collection. I went ahead and punched all the squares from all of my scraps of the pattern paper that I want to use, and now I decided that I want to go ahead and stamp some more using this Ledger stamp from the Wild Whisper shop. In the description box, you will find a link to the Wild Whisper shop, as well as a link to a blog post that has all the stamps and all the products that I used today in the blog post. So I am stamping this Ledger stamp, and I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to go ahead and stamp it and then punch a couple of boxes for my Happy Planner out of this stamp as well. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get all of the boxes that I had punched, and I'm going to place them in the open spaces on my weekly spread. I do think I left one or two empty because I knew I wanted to stamp some phrases and different things into those areas. I am inking all of my boxes with some Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink. And then I'm going to actually end up with, I think I ended up with 2 extra boxes. And I thought, you know what? Let's just keep going. So I'm going to flip the page over. I'm going to put these 2 or 3 boxes that I had left over on the following week. And then I just went ahead and finished those the next week off. And that's going to be my second Wild Whisper video for this month. It actually... and depending on how much time I may end up with, we might have some more because I'd really, really like to finish my 2022 memory planner. I love this project so much. This is my 3rd year doing it, and it's so different from my 12x12 scrapbooking, and it's so different from my journals. It just gives, it adds the pop culture stuff. Like, this is where I put our memes. This is where I put our shows we're watching, our movies we're watching, those types of things. That kind of like the stuff the kids are doing, like what they're playing, what they're interests are, things like that, things that I would not really want to scrapbook as a 12 by 12 page, things that I don't have a lot of journaling to say about that I would want to put into a journal. So I really do like this memory keeping for that reason. And they're super fun to look back on and flip through. Next, I grabbed some label stickers from my stash and I went ahead and did all of the writing, adding in all of our plans, our daily activities, the things that we did. And once I was finished with this, it was time to kind of find the open places that needed some decor or some stamping and work on those areas of my spread. I put one of these cute wood veneers on every page in my memory planner every week. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp this pretty floral stamp. This is actually from a pet line, but these stamps are absolutely beautiful. These flower stamps. And then I'm going to add this branding strip down the side of this spread. I really loved the branding strips in this collection, and this is a great way to get some of them used, and it makes such a striking little area on this weekly spread. Then I'm just going to grab this wood veneer July piece and pop it onto the side. And then I can continue on. I'm going to use all decor on all stamping. So I'm going to stamp with some little hearts and some little like leaf or sprig things. This is July, so it's summertime. One of the photos I'm documenting this week is a picture of Fitz, and he is staring out the window. He loves to sit on my scrapbook table any chance he gets and look out the window. And the Where to Next stamp set has a stamp set that says so much world, so little time. And I just felt like that was the most perfect stamp set to put by his photo. I'm also going to use my script stamp set, and I am just going to create a little cluster in the bottom right that will, I'm going to use another one of those flowers, and then I'm going to spell out LOL because there's just a little cartoon there that I thought was super funny, and I needed to document it and have it to look back on. I stamped the little LOL in a darker ink, which allows me to come in with this floral stamp and stamp it in my buttercream ink, and then it looks like the flower is kind of behind the LOL, and I also have it kind of going off the page, so it kind of mirrors the floral part that is up in the top right by being in the bottom left. And that's what we're going to call this one all done. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are curious about memory planning, I have a whole blog post over at Wild Whisper kind of describing and talking about why I really like this form of memory keeping and how much I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Bye.